Hi, my name is Brad Redding. I'm a PGA Master Professional Instruction and the Director of Instruction at the Members Club of Grand Dunes in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I want to help you today with your grip. Now, I think that the grip is the most misunderstood part of the golf swing. There's some guys that get it right, but in my experience, most guys don't. Most people just really don't understand how to put their hands on the golf club. They talk a lot about how many knuckles you see, where the V's are pointed. You know what? That's not even important. Not even close. Because it's where it lays in your hand and what folds over first. So the grip involves your hands, fingers, wrist, forearm, elbow, bicep, and shoulder. It's very important how you put your hands on the club to allow you to use your wrist in a correct manner to make solid contact. So in your left hand, your lead hand, I've drawn some lines here. I've got some lines here on the orange line here that goes at the base of my hand. It goes to the first knuckle, back underneath, just above my pinky. Okay? Now, a lot of people know that's where the club should be. Make a mistake though, they fold over the wrong thing first. So once you have it there, what you've got to do is fold the heel pad over first. Now when I do that, watch how my entire arm works. When I push the heel pad over, my fingers, the front part of my hand, comes away from the golf club. My wrist actually cups in. My forearm goes to the right, okay? My bicep goes to the right, and my shoulder goes somewhat to the right. That allows me to keep that club underneath that pad. When you fold your fingers over, that reattaches your hands to the golf club. Now that pad is on top of the club, which allows my wrist to function more this way. A cocky motion, not a bending motion, which I see a lot of people do. So what needs to happen there is the heel pad folds over first. My wrist goes in, my forearm goes in, my shoulder comes in somewhat. Now, if you put it down there and fold your thumb over, the back part of your hand comes away from the golf club, so your wrist is actually straightening. Your forearm isn't going in, it's going over. You can see my watch face there. That's correct, that's incorrect. My elbow doesn't come in, it goes out. So it has really a powerful effect on how my entire arm works there. So if you fold the thumb over first, the back part of your hand comes away, the club lays too much on the side of that pad, and now your wrist functions more that way, which we don't want to happen. So remember, it's more down at the base of your hand, heel pad folds over, front part of my hand comes away, wrist cups in, forearm goes in, elbow goes in, shoulder goes in. That allows me to use my hands in more of a cocky motion versus a bending motion. In my right hand, I've taken 2 dots, put them in the palm of my hand. I also have 2 dots on the side of my thumb. Take those 2 dots and connect them. Okay? Once I've done that, now I want to wrap my fingers around. That again allows me to use my wrist in more of a cocky motion up and down. Now, how many knuckles you see is not that important. Where the V is important is not that important because there really is no V in this hand. My thumb's kind of extended down the shaft a little bit. What kind of grip you use? I don't care if you use that one, interlocking, overlapping, or 10-finger. I'd probably prefer the overlapping and the interlocking to the 10-finger, but again, not that important. So with your right hand, remember, 2 dots on the side of your thumb, 2 dots in your palm, connect them, wrap your fingers around. That keeps your right hand more on the side of the club. You never want it on top, on the side of the club. And again, that has an effect on how my arm works. If I fold the thumb over too far this way, fold it over, again, my arm tends to work more out that way. If I keep it on the side, wrap my fingers around, my right wrist is still a little cupped in. My elbows can work into each other, and that's going to allow me to use my wrist in more of a cocky motion versus a bending motion. So remember, it's not what kind of grip you have, it's more of what folds over first. Use that method. I'm sure that'll get your golf game and your grip to stay on plane.